Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl B. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm gonna give you not one, but two makeup looks for Valentine's. This is the first look. It's perfect for the daytime. Very flirty, very bubbly, very baby girl. So if your Valentine's date is going to be in the daytime, this is the perfect look for that. You can go from this to this nighttime look. By the way, if you guys don't already know me yet, my name is Bianca and I am a makeup artist posting all things beauty. So if that is the kind of content that you like to watch, then please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And let's go ahead with this tutorial. Because we have two looks today, I've already gone through my base. I have this teeny weeny sample of Rare Beauty's liquid blush. This is in the shade Aupe, and we want that kind of like flushed look for the daytime. Really soft, really light, really dainty. Blending that out. If you notice, I'm kind of blending it on the spot. We're trying a different type of blush placement today. And then I'm gonna put a little bit on the top of my nose. Personally, I feel like this nose blush look doesn't really suit me, but for this look, we are doing it. And I'm just kind of blending that sideways across my nose. It's a very, very light, natural flush underneath, and this is gonna serve as the base. We're gonna put that all over my eyelid, and I'm just gonna pat that down. So I've just applied that all over my lid. Don't worry if it creases right now or if it's messy, because we're anyways going to further blend that later. Like, I'm not even using a blending brush to blend that out. This formula is really easy to work with, so you can even use your fingers for this step as well. You don't have to do like a full base for this. That's actually why I skipped the entire tutorial for that. You could just go in with your natural like skin tint or whatever. The main tutorial kind of starts with the blush, and now we're gonna set everything to make sure that it does not fudge. Especially if you're using a heavy concealer or foundation, you want to make sure that it lasts all day, and you want to make sure that you use a powder that doesn't have any coverage, because we don't want to cover up everything that we've just done on the face. I'm going to set the under eyes first. And as you can see, even though I put this powder, the blush is still there. I'm trying to set the concealer and not so much the liquid blush, because we want that to be set with the powder blush. But I am going over my base because I did put a pretty heavy concealer and foundation on. Now that we're done setting everything except for the liquid blush on the eyes and the cheeks, we're gonna go in with our blush palette. You've seen this in my other videos. It's what I really use for blush. I was never a blush person before, so I don't really have a huge collection of powder blushes with me, or any kind of blushes really. I just had this palette because I was a working makeup artist, so I needed a blush palette for my clients. However, this is the only thing that I'm using right now for myself. So let's start with these two. Actually, I'm gonna try and mix them both. Tapping off the excess, and we're going to tap onto the center of what we did a while ago with the liquid blush. So I'm kind of going in a circular motion almost while tapping. I'm not really sweeping it upwards or anything, because I want to give it like that aura kind of effect, a little bit darker in the center and more smoothed out in the edges. That's what the liquid blush did for us basically. I'm focusing more of the powder product into the middle of that liquid blush. It's very baby girl. I see a lot of Koreans doing this kind of style, and this is the first time that I'm doing it on my features and my skin tone. I definitely feel like it gives the effect that my cheeks are a bit more fuller. And then we're gonna go in with a fluffy brush and use the same exact colors on the eyelid, starting from the center and working outwards. Again, I'm kind of patting that on, and then we're gonna blend the edges. We want to make sure that we set that liquid blush properly, otherwise it's gonna crease on your eyelid throughout the day. Making sure to feather it out, no harsh lines. I don't know why I was holding this like this the entire time. So we're done with the blush, and I actually don't want this look to be just blush. So I'm gonna do a little bit of contouring on my nose. I do have a video on that already up, so to save time, I'm gonna do it quickly off camera, and for the rest, I'll be right back. I'm back. The nose contour is done, and I was feeling like the blush was a little too much. So what I've done, and what you can do as well to lessen the blush in case it is too much for you, I just took a little bit of this powder foundation in a powder brush. This is anyways what I do in conjunction with the nose contour to make it more sharper around the nose, but I've just applied it onto this area right here under the eyes and on the sides of the nose, and I've also kind of blurred a little bit of that pink. I felt like it was maybe too much into the center of my face, so now it's a little bit better. If you're not used to that much blush like I am, then this is something you can do as well. But otherwise, you can leave it as it is. I do want to keep this look light and airy, so I'm not going to do any bronzer for the rest of my face. But if you notice, there's a little bit of brown in this area. That's because when I was contouring my nose, I brought it up to my eye socket. It's like a second nature to me. I didn't even realize I was doing it until I was like, oh crap, this was supposed to be an all blush eyeshadow look. But anyways, it's already done and it's not looking too bad. It just gave me a little bit more definition on my eyelid. Now we're gonna finish off the face with highlighter. I'm using a highlighter that is not shimmery or glittery. It's a very soft, radiant kind of highlighter. It's a baked highlighter. And what this does is give me that shine without having speckles of glitter or sparkle on my face. And by the way, this lasts forever. We're just gonna go into the top of our cheekbones. You can also use this on your eyelid, which actually, now that I'm thinking about it, we're gonna do that. I've already put that onto the center of my nose for the nose contour. This is gonna add shine to your face without looking so sparkly. And I'm going in with the eyeshadow brush. We're going to tap that into the center and a little bit into our inner corner. Going in a little bit with the shade that I had shown you guys a while ago, we are going to focus on the outer corner. This is just gonna give us a little bit extra definition. And then my favorite trick, I'm just taking a blank eyeshadow brush. This has nothing on it, and we're going to blend the edges out. And then to open up my eyes a little bit more and make it shine bright, I'm gonna go in with a nude eyeliner and we're gonna apply this into the waterline. You can definitely skip this if you already have like bigger eyes, but you can see the effect that it gives. Make sure that you have a sponge or something to put on top of your makeup when you're pulling your eyelid down, because if you put your fingertips directly onto your face while doing this, you might disrupt the makeup underneath. And then we're gonna go in for a tiny baby wing. I'm not gonna do anything bold or dramatic like I usually do. I usually start my eyeliner from the inner corner, but for today's look, I'm doing a baby wing, which means I'm actually gonna be starting in the middle. This is also gonna give me kind of a fox eye effect. So first, I'm going to draw that wing outwards. It's up to you really if you want it more higher up or straight. It depends on your eye and your preference. For me, I like to keep it in between, not too high and not too low. I'm almost following my waterline and how it's naturally shaped. Kind of like I'm extending my waterline, if you will. My eye in the outer corner is very curved. It goes downwards. So I'm going to start in the middle of my eye right here where the curve ends and it becomes a little bit straight towards my inner corner. So I'm just flattening the brush and applying it sideways. And what I'm trying to do is build a line to connect with the edge of the tail. Just like that. Depending on your eye shape, you could make it smaller, thicker, thinner, longer. I like to make mine a little bit more thick, and I'm gonna flick it out a little bit more, like so, and then I'm just gonna fill in. So this is my baby wing, and as I had mentioned, it has a little bit of a fox eye effect because it starts in the flat center of my eye, and it kind of gives me a more sleeker eye. It actually accentuates my Asian eyes very well, and this is typically how you're supposed to do eyeliner for monolids. I just like starting from the inner corner. That's my personal preference because it makes my eyes a little bit bigger when I do that. Before I do the other side off camera, I just wanted to say that you can go ahead, curl your lashes and put mascara on. You don't need to put lashes if you don't want to. I'm not a mascara girly myself. So I'm actually gonna go in with these very small flirty lashes. They're definitely the opposite of what I usually go for. I just wanted something really wispy that would match my natural lashes. This is now how it looks like with the baby wing and the falsies. I don't know if you can tell that I'm not used to these kind of natural eyelashes. I usually go for like thicker, longer, bigger, volumized fake lashes. Wearing these kind of lashes are very different to me, but it's not bad. It's just very natural, kind of like my lashes but better. Again, if you are a mascara girly, you can definitely skip this. Just curl your lashes, put on your mascara, and you're good to go. But for me, I am not a mascara girly. Falsies is my method. I am, however, going to put mascara on my bottom lashes. This is something that I started doing recently, which I really like. It just opens up my eyes a little bit more. So very carefully carefully, I'm just going to coat my bottom lashes with a little bit of mascara. The one that I am using is from Gucci. I do have a review up on all Gucci products already, and I'm gonna link it up above for you to watch it if you're interested. I'm very tempted to put mascara on my top lashes as well, but I know for a fact that I'm gonna be disappointed, so let's not do this. Let's not ruin the look, shall we? Before we move on to the lips, I do want to touch up a little bit on the blush on the nose because I feel like it's disappeared, and I also want to define my eyes a little bit more. We're going in with this shade right here that we had used on the top lid, and I'm just putting that underneath my waterline. This way it will also hide any creasing and set the concealer, especially if you have dry under eyes like me. And we're just putting a tiny bit of this onto the nose bridge. Now the eyes are completely done. We're gonna move on to the lip. I want to create definition on my lips. We're using a lighter lip liner, and I'm gonna overline my lips as per usual. And then, because I've got two-toned lips, I'm going to fill in the lip. You can definitely go for a more nude pink if you like. Now that the lips are lined and filled, because I've got two-toned lips, you can definitely skip that part if you don't have two-toned lips like me. We are gonna go in with a gloss water tint. Gloss water tint, dewy lip stain. We're gonna go in with a dewy lip stain. This kind of thing is very popular in Korea. This is my first dewy lip stain ever. I just tried it on yesterday. I am going to be doing a review on this particular product soon, but for now I'm just gonna show you how I apply it on. It has one side which is a silicone for a more blotted lip. We are going to be using this side for our day Valentine look right now because I don't want it to be so pigmented. I just want it to be blotted lip. And the good thing about this is that even if it comes off, it leaves a tint underneath. So with the silicone side, I'm just applying that on top of the lip liner, and it gives like a very soft effect. I was hoping to have more of an ombre effect, but this is even better. Filling in the rest of my lip. So I'm not sure if the tint is gonna work on me right now because I've put a lip liner underneath, like I've colored in basically. We're just gonna have to see at this point. Yesterday I tried it without the lip liner and it definitely did leave a beautiful tint. Just waiting for this to dry down, but look at that. It's very glossy. It gives me the effect of plump lips. Like it's not actually plumping my lips, it just gives the effect of looking like I've got more plump lips. And this is it for the day look. We're officially done with the day look, and now let's go on to making this into a nighttime look. To change this into a Valentine's makeup look for the nighttime, we are just going to make a few adjustments to make it a little bit darker, not too dark. You can definitely change the lip into a more darker, deeper color like a red, but we're gonna try and keep things simple and much more realistic really, because let's say maybe you're going to spend the whole day out for Valentine's. Then you would want to have a realistic way of changing this makeup look from day to night, right? So either you can carry another extra lipstick in your bag, which honestly I would not be bothered to do that. It's just heavy and a lot of things in my bag. I'm actually just gonna go in with the same color, the same product, but I'm gonna switch over to the doe foot applicator and I'm going to build that. Actually, before I do that, I really want to see if it tinted underneath. I'm just going to remove the product. Okay, so the lip liner is around it. From removing the product, you can see my two-toned lips right now, but the inner part of my mouth where I didn't put any lip liner is definitely tinted. You can see that color right there. So this is a really good option, especially if you're eating or giving kisses. So even if the lipstick removes, you still have that tint right there. Okay, I just wanted to satisfy my curiosity with that. So we're now gonna go in and build that color. Once again, I'm just applying the same product, but this time we're going to build it. Alright, so that is the first coat. We're gonna let it dry while doing the others, and then we're gonna go back in and do a second coat. For the eyes, I'm going back into the blush palette, and we're gonna choose a deeper color right here. I'm just gonna dip into that with my eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to deepen the crease. I'm gonna focus that product more towards the outer corner. I'm really not bringing it in. I don't want to touch the shimmer or anything that we've done a while ago. I just really want to deepen that crease and make it more sultry. I'm almost like blending it into the eyeliner. So we might have to touch up a little bit on the eyeliner. Just feathering that out and really focusing that product onto the outer corner. And then whatever's left on the brush, I'm just slowly bringing that upwards. I think I'm stopping where the arch of my eyebrow is. So I'm just going to blend the eyeshadow until there, but not much more than that. So just focus your time into building that color up into your outer corner. And then we're going back in with the smudging brush a while ago, dipping into that same color. I'm gonna go under my waterline, exactly like how we did before, but I'm really focusing on the outer corner as well and stopping just at the center of my eye. So you can already see it's darkened the look just by adding that product. So maybe if you're outside, you can bring a darker blush to do this with a mini eyeshadow brush, because you can't really do this kind of eyeshadow with your finger. If the eyeshadow part is not practical for you when you're outside, you can definitely just make your lip darker with what you already have, kind of like what I just did right now, and it already transforms the look. In fact, I'm not even gonna touch on the blush on my cheeks. I think if I make that darker, it's just gonna end up looking clown-like. So really, it's all about the eyes and the lips, that's all. Now that the eyeshadow is done, we're gonna go in with the second coat, making this really dark and full as much as possible. That's done. And now for the last step, I'm actually going to take off these soft lashes and I'm going to replace them with my usual lashes. There you go. Wow. These are the lashes that I like much more. I did go in and touch up on my eyeliner as well as my bottom lashes mascara, and I obviously changed the lashes from these small dainty fluttery lashes to these big volumized ones, and instantly there's a change from that soft look we saw earlier to this bolder look. Basically, this is the final look. The lips, by the way, I must say, feels so comfortable. It's not drying at all. I think this is going to be a good review. You better watch out for that. This tutorial is very different from what I usually post. Just to be clear, for my first month, a lot of my followers were asking me for more colorful, creative looks, and that's what I did. But my channel was always also about educating, so I wanted to do a tutorial which everyone can actually follow. Not just advanced, but more beginner-friendly tutorials, basically. There's a lot more where this has come from, so you better watch out for that as well. Before I leave, I just wanted to say, if you are one of those who does not have a date on Valentine's Day, or if you are one of those people who are anti-Valentine's Day, I really urge you to take this time to make yourself happy. Even if this makeup look is not for Valentine's Day, if you just want to do a little bit of makeup for yourself on the day, why not? Make yourself happy. Do it for yourself. Anyway, that's it for this video today. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!